Hello and welcome to Rockstar Manager. I'm Dr. K, the management professor, and this episode is about how to introduce and name new products and brand extensions. First, please subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button down below and also hit the notifications button so you'll see each time I post a new video. In this video, we'll discuss new products, brand extensions, both the advantages and disadvantages of brand extensions, understand how consumers evaluate brand extensions, then we'll look at evaluating brand extension opportunities, and finish with brand extension guidelines based on academic research. When the go decision is made to introduce a new product, there are three approaches to brand it. They are: 1. A new brand can be developed specifically chosen for the new product. 2. An existing brand can be applied to it. And 3. A combination of a new and existing brand can be used. Now let's dive into some terminology. A brand extension is when an organization uses an existing brand and introduces a new product, taking approach 2 or 3. An existing brand that births a new brand extension is the parent brand. If the parent brand already has multiple brands under it, it may also be considered a family brand. An example of a line extension is when Apple introduced the next generation of iPhones. Here, marketers applied the parent brand to a new product within the same product category. Another example of a line extension is when Starbucks introduced cold coffee beverages as part of their coffee category. And lastly, a category extension is when you take a successful parent brand and introduce a different product category. An example would be if I took topics of all my videos and create a magazine or a blog out of them. Another example is when Oreo extended their brand from cookies into ice cream sandwiches, which are amazing. Statistics show that 80% to 90% of new product introductions are often line or brand extensions. However, the bad news is that 80% of new consumer goods products fail. So when you analyze the problem and go a little deeper, you'll see that AC Nielsen said about 60% of consumers say they prefer line extensions simply because of their familiarity and brand recognition. Some relatively recent line and brand extensions include Clorox toilet bowl cleaners, Old Spice body wash, and Tide stain remover pens. Now let's talk about advantages and disadvantages of brand extensions. Now we're going to talk about how to facilitate new product acceptance and providing feedback benefits to the parent brand. There are 8 ways to facilitate new product acceptance, and they are: improving brand image, reducing the risk perceived by consumers, increasing the probability of gaining distribution and trial, and increasing efficiency of promotional expenditures. The first way is to facilitate new product acceptance, which is to improve brand awareness. When you have a new product that's a hit, the brand is viewed more favorably. New products can also be backed by the brand and promoted. For example, when Microsoft introduced Xbox, consumers felt confident in its performance based on their brand knowledge and recognition of Microsoft. The second way to facilitate new product acceptance is to reduce the perceived risk by consumers. Well-known brands such as Amazon, Google, or Tesla communicate longevity and sustainability. Perceptions of corporate credibility can be valuable associations when introducing brand extensions. The third way to facilitate new product acceptance is to create the probability of gaining distribution and trial. What does that mean in real people speak? It means you want to make it super easy for stores to stock, promote, and sell your new product. You want to expose your product to as many people as possible and get them to try it. The fourth way to facilitate new product acceptance is to create the efficiency of promotional expenditures. It means the new product introduction doesn't need to reintroduce the brand, but simply focus on promoting the new product itself. The fourth way to facilitate new product acceptance is to increase the efficiency of promotional expenditures. It means the new product introduction doesn't need to reintroduce the brand, but simply focus on promoting the new product itself. The fifth way to facilitate new product acceptance is to reduce costs of both introductory and follow-up marketing programs. For example, when a brand becomes associated with multiple products, advertising can be more cost-effective for the family of brands as a whole. Okay, 3 more to go. The sixth way to facilitate new product acceptance is to avoid the cost of developing a new brand. Focus on the product rather than developing a campaign that's as extensive as introducing the new brand to the marketplace. The seventh way to facilitate new market product acceptance is to allow for packaging and labeling efficiencies. And lastly, allow consumer variety seeking. Develop a portfolio of brand variants within a product category that allows consumers to try different products. Examples of this include L'Oreal or even Luxottica Retail, the parent company of LensCrafters, Pearle Vision, and other widely known brands. Okay, the second advantage of brand extensions is providing feedback benefits to the parent brand. Remember, the first was to facilitate new product acceptance, and there were 8 ways that we just reviewed. Here, there are a handful of concepts to consider. First, you want to clarify brand meaning. What that means is, extensions can help clarify the meaning of the brand to consumers and define the kinds of markets in which it competes. This is an important first step in the brand architecture process. Let me give you some examples. Through brand extensions, Dove means personal care, Johnson & Johnson means baby care, and Prada means luxury. Lego stands for creativity, imagination, and fun. You also want your brand to enhance the parent brand image. Think about how Nike went from running shoes to athletic apparel. You also want to amplify your research and increase your market share. While doing that, you want to bring new customers into the brand franchise. For example, when Tylenol created chewables, they expanded their market share from adults to children, and even those who weren't able to swallow pills safely can now chew them. Revitalizing the brand is another benefit to the parent brand. Kodak made a healthy comeback in entering the digital space. Lastly, permit additional extensions like Apple did with iPhone and iPad. Sometimes, however, there are disadvantages of brand extensions. Sometimes they confuse or frustrate customers. Like when you have a great base brand such as Colgate toothpaste, then you introduce Colgate Total. Is it doing the same thing? What's the difference? Sometimes there are so many line extensions that grocery stores can't manage every SKU, and that's called retail resistance. That reminds me of Barilla pasta. In the US, you'll have an aisle of pastas, and the section of Barilla pasta usually includes about 10 different types of pasta, ranging from long pastas like spaghetti, vermicelli, fettuccine, to short pastas like rigatoni, penne, and even tiny pastas called orzo or pastina. And I didn't mention manicani or lasagna or shells, but if I go down in the Barilla aisle in Italy, there are more than 100 different types of pasta. It's quite mind-blowing. Sometimes when a product fails, it can hurt the parent brand image. Another disadvantage is when the consumer likes the new product but leaves another similar or related product in the same parent brand. There's no customer acquisition, therefore no increased market share. Additionally, overexpansion can dilute brand meaning. The last disadvantage of brand extensions is that it can cause the company to forego the chance to develop a new brand. Brand extensions are great, but they must follow a distinct strategy to ensure they are received well by consumers. First, marketers need to fully comprehend the breadth and depth of the parent brand, including its strengths, favorability, and what makes it so unique. Next, they need to identify possible extension candidates. Parent brand associations should also be considered here, particularly as they relate to brand positioning and core benefits. Next, evaluate the potential of the extension candidate. This is the likelihood that the extension will accomplish the advantages and elude the disadvantages. Further analysis of the consumer, corporate, and competition should be completed. After that, design a marketing program to launch the extension, including choosing brand elements, leveraging secondary brand associations, and designing an optimal marketing program. Lastly, evaluate extension success and effects on parent brand equity. That means you want to keep a pulse on key metrics of both consumer response to the extension as well as its impact on the parent brand. There are 18 guidelines to consider when launching brand extensions. Here are the Cliff's Notes version. 1. Successful brand extensions occur when the parent brand has favorable associations and consumers perceive a fit between the parent brand and the extension product. 2. There are many bases of fit, both product-related and non-product-related attributes that benefits may influence extension fit. 3. Depending on their knowledge of the product categories, consumers may perceive fit based on technical or manufacturing commonalities or on surface considerations such as necessary or situational complementarity. 4. High-quality brands stretch farther than average quality brands, although both types have boundaries. 5. A brand that consumers see as prototypical for a product category can be difficult to extend outside the category. 6. Concrete attribute associations tend to be more difficult to extend than abstract benefit associations. 7. Consumers may transfer associations that are positive in the original product class but become negative in the extension context. 8. Consumers may infer negative associations about an extension, perhaps even based on another inferred positive association. 9. It can be difficult to extend into a product class that consumers see as easy to make. 10. A successful extension can not only contribute to the parent brand image, but also enable a brand to extend even farther. 11. An unsuccessful extension hurts the parent brand only when there is a strong basis of fit between the two. 12. An unsuccessful extension does not prevent a firm from backtracking and introducing a more similar extension. 13. A co-branded brand extension can leverage the success and equity of two brands. 14. Both similar and dissimilar brands can partner successfully in a co-branded extension to achieve greater synergies. We're almost done. 15. Vertical extensions can be difficult and often require sub-branding strategies. 16. The most effective advertising strategy for an extension is the one that emphasizes information about the extension rather than reminders about the parent brand. 17. Individual differences can affect how consumers make an extension decision and will moderate extension effects. 18. The last one. Cultural differences across markets can influence extension success. Hopefully you have a better understanding of how to introduce and name new products and brand extensions. If you're interested in learning more about related topics, you can find my book Rockstar Manager, From Theory to Practice. You can find Build a Rockstar Business from Ideation to Inception in 120 Minutes if you want to start a new business, any of my other books, or read Pearson's Strategic Brand Management 5th edition. Thank you for your time. Be your best you and be a rockstar manager.